What's up, guys? Sub-Zeric here, back for another VOD review. Today, doing a VOD review from the Star Guardian Cup. This is the final Tier 1 Cup, and then we're gonna have regionals, we're gonna have worlds. Oh, I love this time of year when, you know, hopefully the meta starts getting to a pretty balanced state and we start having these really consequential tournaments. And I will say right now, the meta's in a not perfectly balanced state, but we've talked about this before. The best thing that you can do when the meta is like this and there are broken things is understand how to really optimize them. And the VOD I want to watch today is a VOD from Sologesang, showing off how to optimize one of these comps really well. So we power up here. This is actually really consequential already because we get three very, well, I would say two very solid options. Hemorrhage and Not Done Yet, really nice onto the Yasuo if you want to play some kind of like Yasuo reroll line. You know, Hemorrhage is widely by many seen as one of his best power-ups. It's just a lot of extra damage on a unit that, you know, you don't want this on a unit like Jinx where she's going to cast and blow up and just kill somebody. But on Yasuo, he kind of like slowly spreads his damage out. So Hemorrhage actually really nice on him. Not Done Yet's another really interesting option because, I mean, it gives you everything a carry like Yasuo wants. And we have it at 1-4 here, which means that we can start stacking it up very quickly. So I don't know. I'd like to see the Not Done Yet. Hemorrhage is the boring option. Not Done Yet, I would say, is the fun one. And he does opt to take the Not Done Yet. Interesting that he takes him off the board here and just plays this board. Maybe because he's kind of like not sure yet if we are going to play some kind of like Yasuo line because 5, 8. I mean, yeah, we could have actually made gold here. Had we just fielded the Yasuos. But I think he's looking at his items and he's kind of like, can we really play some kind of Yasuo reroll line from these items? Probably not. Gold Destiny, yeah, you just always click this thing here. And we hit Preparation, which I think is another even more so of an indicator to potentially play towards some kind of Yasuo reroll line here because, I mean, we can prep one Yasuo and field the other one. And yeah, he does just call it in chat right here because he's like, you know what? I'm just going to play this line. Being able to field a Yasuo and prep another Yasuo is just so good. And stack up the Not Done Yet. By the time I hit a 2-star Yasuo with Not Done Yet, my board with fully prep stacks, I mean, is just going to be a monster. And so this is a line that we've seen before. It's Yasuo. It is very likely to be Bastion Yasuo, just because he fits really nicely onto the board. And we are going to team planner out Bastion Yasuo right now. We're also going to throw Kog'Maw into the team planner, which is a very consequential part of this is the Kog'Maw and the Monsters trainer piece of this, because I think there are a lot of people out there who would play this exact same line, but they would do something very different from how Sologesang did it this game, and you actually lose out on, you know, potentially tons of placements, tons of ability to hit your board if you don't do what he did this game, which is just, well, we'll talk about it once we get there, but it is actually just genius. So continuing to chill here. I think we are, and he's doing his thing. I love that Solo does this, man. I feel like Solo is like one of the smartest, like, pro TFT competitors, like someone who just puts so much work in, and you can see it paying off. I mean, he made it to the finals of this cup just a few moments ago. He got locked into the finals. Like, oh, I mean, it's such a, I mean, he was at last year's Worlds, right? I believe. Like, it's such a treat watching this guy. All right. Item-wise off carousel, so like normally Yasuo, I think you're looking for like glove and sword and stuff like that. You can look for stuff like IE, stuff like GS is good on every single unit in the world. Yeah, and he's scouting here. Actually, I realized I have the audio in here, and I have Solo's audio very low. So he just like whispered into my ear there, which was scary. All right, we see our first Lulu of the game here. Play it and turn it into Kog'Maw, right? Hell no, we are going to keep this Lulu on our bench for a very long time. Now, why would we do this? Why would we not turn the Lulu into Kog'Maw here? You guys might have some interesting ideas, but I think the answer is actually, and here, let me pause this and pull up my reference text that I went to pull up here. All right, so this is the reference text that Kai brought up. He said he's gonna make a YouTube short on it, so if he's made it already, go watch it on his channel. If he hasn't, then GG's, Kai. But it's this text by this Japanese player who did a ton of research on how Monster Trainer and Lulu actually works. And so their conclusion after doing all these testing was a few things. For people who have not bought a Lulu or put a Lulu into their board, there's 18 copies of Lulu. So right now, we have bought a Lulu, but we have not put a Lulu onto our board yet, so there's still 70 more copies of Lulu. For players who have bought a monster, such as Smolder, Kog'Maw, or Rammus, they see monsters in their shops. There's a total share of 54 copies of monsters. This is the weird thing. If there are players with three players with 3 stars, then none of it will appear. What they say this means is there's no reason to actually monster toggle here. There are just 54 copies of Kog'Maw in your pool if you have Kog'Maw, 54 copies of Rammus. And then also it means that hitting them 3-star is really, really important. So shout out to Kai for translating that, and shout out to the Japanese players for writing that in the first place. What this means for solo here is if we field this Lulu right now, all of a sudden, instead of there being 18 Lulus in the pool, there are 54 Kog'Maws in the pool. And you might say, well, okay, I mean, isn't that good? We want to hit more Kog'Maws. No, because that is going to remove chances for us to hit stuff like Yasuo and stuff like Swain. If we, put this into the pool and all of a sudden the pool is really, really diluted by all of these Kog'Maws, it's actually going to be a lot harder. Sorry, my kitty is walking on my desk here. It's going to be a lot harder for us to actually hit everything that we want to hit here. Kog'Maw, and based on that, you can see Kog'Maw, whatever monster you're playing for, is really the easiest unit to hit in the game. When you are playing these comps, it's almost guaranteed that you are going to, don't step on my keyboard, kitty. It's almost guaranteed that you are going to hit your, your 3-star Cog, your 3-star, I mean, it's usually Kog'Maw this patch. It's almost guaranteed that you're going to hit that when you were looking for it. So the much harder part of it is hitting everything else, which is, hitting in this spot, the Yasuo, hitting the Swain here. Yeah, we can actually, let me jump back a second and look at items here. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep Lulu on our bench until we've hit a significant amount of Yasuos and Swains, and then we're going to put her in, dilute the pool, and then make it really easy for us to hit the Kog'Maw right at the end there. It's so smart, actually, and it's the first time. I mean, this Monster Trainers thing is so crazy. Okay, so item-wise here, I mean, we have IE. We have IHOD Even Shroud. I mean, I think that's pretty light work. I mean, yeah, great items to slam in this spot here. We have everything that we could ever need, and a triple slam onto Yasuo. So yeah, not too hard. The IE matches really, really nice with the Hodge, obviously. And yeah, we're looking good here. All right, let's look at second augment here. Certainly not gonna be restart mission. I mean, honestly, I'd probably take a second, or is it just fire sale? Maybe fire sale for Econ. Just because you're playing a 3-cost. Oh, Rake Shop, even better Econ. All right, let's take that. We were looking for 3-cost, so this is perfect for us. Yeah, you want some kind of Econ augment here. We have a little bit of Econ coming out from the Gold Destiny, but not so much that, you want to completely... Can you see the kitty if I do this? You can like barely see her out of the corner. I'm not doing all that work, sorry. If she comes and sits right under where the camera is, I'll give you kitty cam. But I can't give you guys kitty cam every single video. You can also see our Yasuo is getting really, really close to being not done yet. I mean, he has died, I think, every single fight at this point. We did also, very importantly, int him on minions. We put him next to the 2 big Krugs. Not done yet. Does proc off of minions, so make sure to let him die there. And yeah, he's literally here as soon as possible. 8 rounds in a row, not done yet, which is just huge here. And once we hit a Yasuo 2, we're going to be fully prepped as well. I mean, I fully expect us to see a level up the round after this and roll down for Yasuo 2. Ideally, a Swain pair. That's the other thing. So when you're playing this kind of a comp, when you're playing, some kind of monster trainer comp, I think the most important thing to figure out if you're contested on is not the monster itself for the aforementioned reason. There's 54 copies in the pool. It's really easy for everyone to hit it. So it's not important, if you're contested on Cog or not. It's important if you are contested on the things like Bastion, the things like Yasuo. Ooh, he does have the opportunity to take a Panny Andrew here. Does he want it? I feel like you don't actually care. I don't know what he's actually saying there. He's really thinking about, like, does he want Pan or not? I don't think you actually... I mean, it's Pan for Yasuo, which is kind of really nice. But the thing is, you can fit the entire board on 7 anyway. You can fit 6 Bastion. It's actually a really interesting question of do you take Pan or there or not. And he said, you know what, 4-cost chain is better. All right, roll down a good bit here. Pick up a lot of great stuff. We do have the Swains to prep now. We are playing this kind of funny 4 Bastion 3-star rating board now. Pick up a random Yone, and once again, we are still holding these Lulus just as Lulus here. We're not trying to do anything crazy and put these guys on our board and get all these monsters out. No, we want to make sure that they are staying on our bench here and not transforming into monsters. We're going to get the Jinx in here here now. Yeah, so we can play a 4 Bastion, 4 Edgelord board, which looks a lot better. And we can just power up probably Yone. Oh, he is actually, oh yeah, Yone, I like this a lot. Opens yourself up to some cool stuff. I mean, if we did hit the Blood Brothers, that'd be really, really nice. For now, we can just take like Trickster, probably. Yeah, I like Trickster here. And just be chill on that. And we can also hold the Jinx to deny people if we win this fight. If we lose, we'll probably sell the Jinx, because making gold feels good. But actually, like, I would definitely be open to not doing that and to just I mean, like, if we had to, I would definitely sell the Jinx to make gold. All right, there is a Lulu 2, which we can very well make on Benjamin. I'm actually really curious if the stacks stay. I imagine they do when you transform her into a unit, but I mean, we're gonna find that out in a little while here. All right. Last few items getting picked up here. So the Even Shroud's obviously not going to stay on the Yasuo. I mean, people have Light and Ashers on Lulu a lot if you get to JG, but we don't really have that here. We also do kind of need some tank items made. We have Even Shroud, so it can't be LW. So Bow basically has to be, I mean, something damagey here. Could be Titans. Titans, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it in general. I mean, it could be second Hodge. Then you have to make Sunfire, which doesn't strike me as great, actually. I kind of really want to make Redemption here. Maybe Redemption Titans, and then you just have this glove open. Maybe it could be Steadfast, but then like you do kind of really want a last Yasuo item here. I don't know. We'll see what we make here. I think the items are actually quite interesting here. And we do pick up the 6 Bastion. We can fit that in now. He's thinking, I mean, we do. We're going to power up, take a Regenerative, and ooh, last second we move this over, get the Even Shroud there. Going to make Hodge, and he is going to make Hodge Sunfire. Okay. So just all utility onto Swain here. I mean, I guess his idea, yeah, maybe I'm thinking about this incorrectly. You know, usually in a board like this where you have a mega tank like Swain, I usually think you want mega tank items on him. But I think Solo's read is that, I mean, the board's so tanky with 6 Bastion, I can get away with building these aura items onto him. Actually, honestly, give me a stats check here. I'm actually kind of curious. 6 Bastion, Swain here, and then I just want to look at like builds and see where like, oh wow, yeah, Sunfire. Okay, this is actually really good learning for me. His BIS is Sunfire Even Shroud. So I mean, this is what the stats say, is that you really want aura items onto him because he's just going to be really tanky regardless. I mean, this also looks really nice, but this is very frequently built and really good stats. So good to know. Okay, I mean, maybe not BIS, but very good in slot. All right. And it's not know your enemy for sure. Healing Orbs should be good on a board like this. I love Healing Orbs, probably too much. I mean, I don't think it's Mace's will here. And Malicious Monetization, yeah, I mean, okay, we'll go for it. My fear is that we're not exactly strong enough here right now with just 2-star 3 costs. It's a lobby strength call. I mean, it's also we could just send it for Yasuo 3 very soon call. But yeah, we are going to sit on this for now here, swap the Yasuo. I mean, I think we can beat boards like this that are only Jinx 1. Depends if she has Gathering Force, I guess. I mean, yeah, this board is actually really strong, and this does give us the Econ to hit everything. Econ Augment's so good in 3-cost reroll because they're just expensive in general. And yeah, we are going to sell off the guys there, the Xinjiaos here. I mean, yeah, we're getting really close to hitting everything. So the nice thing about taking this augment is it does really incentivize us to just deep roll like this. And all of a sudden we're 53 HP. We're win streaking here. Now we're insanely strong. All right. I mean, light work here. This Malicious Monetization was actually huge here for us. Put us into an amazing spot here where we got to roll deep for Swain 3 and we're still going to be really strong. I mean, I think the other part of the reason why we did this is because we have finished stacking up, not done yet here. So this Yasuo is actually kind of a monster here. And yeah, I mean, these fights are just going to be light work for us. And partially, you know, maybe it's got the lobby and realize like a lot of these people looking at these boards are stuck on Jinx 1. There's a lot of people, you know, playing Jinx reroll and stuff like this. And if everybody plays it, then it's really tough to hit. All right, looking at either final Swain item or Kog'Maw item here. Yeah, Cloak versus, oh, Glove. Interesting. I mean, could be Swain item, Steadfast Heart, could be Kog'Maw item, could be Swain 4, but probably not. Pick up a Shen 2. That's nice. We're going to immediately throw that out of our planner here. We're actually holding on to Cassante here because this unit's so contested. And now we are 1 off Yasuo 3, so we're going to send it down for him. Look at this, by the way. 7 Lulus on our bench here, just holding them on our bench. Now we can start looking at actually playing Lulu because we've hit all of our other 3 costs. So now we can actually put her on the board, go from, you know, there being 18 Lulus in the pool to 54 Kog'Maws, and then that'll make it way easier for us to hit Kog'Maw here. So I imagine very soon here, probably even I would think you even this round would put Kog'Maw into planar just to increase your odds here, because there's no other 3 costs you care about. This guy has Kog'Maw 3, but as we kind of talked about, shouldn't really make a difference. There should be 54 copies in the pool, so it's very, very easy, even with 9 of them out, to also hit Kog'Maw 3. I have seen people still toggle just as kind of like a... even though people say it doesn't work, just like well, it can't hurt type of thing, to take him in and put him out. So we'll see if Solo goes for the toggle here, or if he just says, you know what, I'm gonna send it on Kog'Maw, even though this guy does have Kog'Maw 3. Like I said, very easy for everything. And also look at this really diligent scouting. He's scouting everything to try to deny random things, try to deny random Akali here, try to deny random, just like make sure people aren't going for 3 stars here. Yeah, he hovers the Lulu, so I think he is recognizing that it would have been correct to actually play this Lulu here. All right. Last items here. We need to finish our Swain items and then get to our Kog'Maw items. Guinzu is not amazing on Kog'Maw, but it's fine. We do also have the possibility of like a JG Nashers here. So I wonder if it's something like Steadfast Heart, and then we open this Anvil here and we look for like Belt and go for JG Nashers. I think people like a lot on Kog'Maw these days. I know Protector's Vow. I mean, it's not that... Oh, he's going to make GS here and then... Oh, GS, and then finish off a Swain item with something like, what, a Steadfast? Steadfast? Oh, okay. That, I mean, GS is a great item. I don't think of it as being, like, insane in slot on Kog'Maw. But yeah, GS, Nashers here. Going to field the Kog'Maw here. Don't actually have the time to roll it this round. And yeah, we do rotate the other Kog'Maw. And yeah, you can see this guy as JG Nashers. I feel like... the more TFT I play, the more I realize that this is just Biss everybody. It's like Biss Janna, it's Biss Kog'Maw, it's Biss Akali. Like, it's just the best. I mean, Akali, you don't build the JG, but like Nashers +1. So good here. There's another Kog'Maw, which honestly, I kind of think, I mean, that could be very low chances. And we do the Taylor here, or the toggle here. So maybe Superstition on Solo's part, maybe, you know, there's some extra piece of it here. I think in spots like this, it doesn't hurt to toggle because, like, I mean, we had the time to do it, so there's no downside. But according to that Japanese research, there is actually no upside to toggling there. But I mean, I feel like the fact that we were 7 Kog'Maws and there were 9 out, and the fact that we found another Kog'Maw, I mean, I feel like does prove that you don't actually really need to toggle. Because the odds of finding that Kog'Maw in one roll, when there should only be 2 left in the pool, are so low normally. So I don't think it's like there's 18 Kog'Maws and 18 Smolders and 18 Ramesses. It does really seem like there's 54 copies of whatever you are looking for, which is really, I don't know. I don't completely understand how it works, but you know, whatever. I don't have to. All I have to know is that it does take 54 copies. It does put 54 copies into the pool when you do make this pivot, and if you have time, you should toggle. If you don't, you don't have to. All right, last Kog'Maw item here. Gonna be the Nashor's Tooth here. Only downside is we don't have the JG here to actually get that. I mean, he's hovering this. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you can't move Hodge down to Kog'Maw. So I think this just has to be our setup here. And we are, I mean, we have been clear and good cruising since stage 4, but now we are monstrously strong here. He's moving the Kog'Maw up actually this far. I think this is for the oh, it's for 2. It's for 2 things. One, there's the Jace player who has the special cutlass here, and then there's also an Akali player. So we might as well actually move this up. Okay, I mean, it makes a lot of sense here. Really nice. Just, it's so awkward to position Kog'Maw versus stuff like Akali, just because he's your only backliner, so oftentimes it's very easy for people to just have Akali dash to him. But if you just put him second row, I mean, you have this huge Bastion front line. It's really hard for them to actually get through it here. And also note that he is, I mean, usually I think this must be a mistake. Usually he's keeping the Yasuo next to the Swain to make sure the Swain takes aggro. I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe he's saying the Swain over here is going to absorb all this aggro from the Jinx here. It didn't look like he wanted to swap there. It looked like he was happy with this, where Swain sits on the far right here, absorbs all the aggro from the Jinx. And then the really nice thing here with this is that, also, what is this sub video? The really nice thing here is that, you know, Jinx has AoE. Her AoE is a very potent part of her kit. If you keep the Kog'Maw this far away from the Swain, she's just going to get stuck on the Swain and never going to, or not the Kog'Maw, but the Yasuo. Then she's just never going to aggro there. All right, pick up... well, we haven't actually picked up our last in on this board. It is going to end up being Zyra. Zyra, still a fantastic random +1 on boards like this. Could be JG Cog here, isn't it? Oh, Edge of Night Cog? People love this. Or you could just, I mean, oh. Really, Edge of Knight Zyra? I mean, that's kind of boring. I guess we have 2 removers. We could still. People, the stats really like Edge of Knight Kog'Maw, just to make sure that he, you know, doesn't end up dying to random Akali, stuff like that. I don't actually know if 6 Bastion is really the spot. I mean, it's when it ends up getting played usually. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Huh. Was it ever... Sologesang, you watch my videos sometimes. Was it ever JG and then move Gwynsu over to Zyra and then you get JG for the Nashor's value? Yes or no? Can you comment down below and please tell me? Because I don't know. I like that a lot, but I mean, it's hard to disagree with this Sologesang. I mean, the Zyra is such a good in on this board versus Akali because now we have these plants that can just bait Akali ult. We can move the Kog'Maw up to like 3rd row like this and then just have Zyra and Akali, or Zyra and the plant there just eating aggro. And that's the really nice thing is, you know, Zyra can eat aggro, have the Edge of Night proc, eat aggro another time. Like there is a lot of upside to this angle here, so I think it makes sense here. All right, yeah, he's still keeping the Yasuo and the Swain here separate. Yeah, and now he swaps them back over. It's really just versus AoE that you're afraid, right? Versus something like Janna, I do think you would want them next to each other just so that, you know, Swain eats the aggro and makes sure that the Even Shroud is in front of the Yasuo. Close fight there for us, but is going to be a dub here and a top 2 locked in here. Elia ends up going out 3rd here, and yeah, I mean, we can just take our last, I don't even know what you want here, just Zyra item, JG. Oh, now he takes the JG, and now is it? Yeah, now it's JG Cog. Interesting. So he did actually, he likes JG Cog. It's GS, right? Not Gwynsu. Oh, it is Gwynsu, huh? Oh, what is this? Oh, now we move the Edge of Night up now that we can do this. Oh, and it's pretty good versus the Janna here. Ooh, we do make our Yasuo walk all the way around, which doesn't seem great here, but I think our board's strong enough that we should just straight up win this. And yeah, it's looking like light work for a guy. I mean, the Edge of Night ends up working out perfectly because then he can move it over to the Yasuo. I mean, just a beautiful game from Sologesang. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check them out on Twitch, Metafy, links down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, as always.